are Confessional Magazine. I am Taywao, and this is More to the Story, brought to you today by Iris and Bo, whose toner helps keep my laugh lines in check, because you never know what our guests are going to say. Visit irisandbo.com today and use code CONFESSIONAL for 20% off. So much love in this heart of mine. I am here today with the fabulous Charles W. Harris III, and he is an actor, and he has been in so many things, and he's just an incredible person. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, Charles, where did you get your start in the industry?
Oh man, that's a long story, long time ago, but basically it was like 10 years ago, almost 11. A friend of mine, he was in, I took a couple courses in college where I attended the first HBCU, Cheney University, you guys. Woo woo. But no, I attended a couple acting courses there, and a friend of mine that was in the class, he was making the film. He asked me to come on board as a security extra, just background. And I told him, I said, all right, I'll do it. I've done security. Should be easy. I ain't really got to act. I don't know how to act, but I'll do it. And when we got to set, the lead actor, which was a police officer at the time, I guess it was some type of emergency where he had to work. He couldn't take off, so he didn't show up. And he was like, all right, we got to keep the ball rolling. Can anybody, memorize lines quickly? So he's like, bro, come here. Can you memorize this? So I sat in the corner, looked at it for like 10, 15 minutes. And he was like, let me hear what you got. I had the whole thing down pat. And he was like, yo, all right, now you got it. So it turned from me being an extra to the lead actor in, that project. And once it came out, it was getting so many good reviews and everything like that. So different directors and producers started inquiring about me, asking, was I interested in getting in their film? So, it started like that.
Well, after that first experience, were you just all in on acting and you're just like, everything else that I thought was my plan is just not the reality?
Not totally at that moment. Like at that moment, it was more so, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? It was basically fun. Now, when I started, looking into it more and taking it more seriously, is once I started getting, picked up on bigger films and able to network with like bigger actors, like A-list actors, B-list actors, with me being able to sit in the same room, sit across from them, even have dialogue during film, it was like, yo, am I really doing this?
Yeah.
It was like, I was like, yo, this is where it's at, because you're making good money. You're making good money at the time, you know what I'm saying? And you're really not doing anything. Even if you're an extra, you're at least making $150 a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just being an extra, not doing anything. So it's like, yo, the money is good. I'm getting a network. I'm getting to be out here in front of all these different people. And not to mention, I love the attention. I like attention. So it's like, this is it. You know what I mean?
So what would you say was your first, big name film that you were a part of?
Stomp the Yard. I was a support, actor in Stomp the Yard too. So that was one of the bigger names. The first. That was actually the first.
What? What was it like? Because the Stomp the Yard. So I was born in 87. So
85.
Okay, my sister is 85. So we're the age of Stomp the Yard, right?
Yeah.
So what was it like to be on set for that?
It was dope. I felt at home. Me myself, I'm in a fraternity as well. Shout out to my brothers of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. So it was basically, it took me back to college. You know what I'm saying? So I had fun. I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing everything, being able to, be a part of that. It was pretty dope.
Yeah. That's so fun. So what's the audition process like for when you're maybe not necessarily trying out or auditioning for maybe a lead role? What's the process like?
Quarantine auditioning or past auditioning?
Both. But no, right now you're trying out for the lead. I'm talking about in the beginning.
Oh, back then I was still trying out for the lead.
As you should have.
Not being able, not doing it for a long time, I still like I want to get to the top.
Yeah.
So you go to the top, like I said, you give it your all. Maybe you don't fit for that lead role, but they looking at you for something else. So instead of
Yeah.
me just trying to sign up to be an extra or background, no, I'm going for the top. So if I'm not good enough for that top role, maybe I'm good enough for the third on the list. You know what I'm saying? Where now that's better than me just conforming to an extra or a background.
Right.
So,
So
go straight,
who, go ahead, sorry.
go straight for the gusto.
Yeah. Well, you got it. So who would you say if you could act alongside as a leading, like the leading role in a feature film, who would you want as your like sidekick?
Oh man, yeah, that's a hard question because it's so
Well,
many
there's
people.
another one after that. Who would you want as your like leading lady next to you? So there's two.
Holly,
Because we're gonna check back in 5 years, okay? We're gonna check back in 5 years, Charles, and we're gonna see.
got you. We're gonna make it happen. I'm throwing it in existence. It's out
Yeah.
there. It's out there. But like I said, I don't really have like just one individual. Like I like to work with a lot of different people. Like there's a lot of legends. You know what I'm saying? I've had the opportunity to work alongside with Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis, Michael B. Jordan, Trey Chaney, Clifton Powell. There's so many folks, so it's hard. It's kind of hard to just pick. But of course, the Denzel. You know what I'm saying? That's my old head. That's my uncle. He don't know it
Yeah.
yet. But yeah, my nickname is Chuck Washington. You know what I'm saying? So, Unc, when you see this, let's work. Let's work.
I love that. So what was your favorite movie growing up?
Growing up, oh, I gotta dig deep now. Well, of course, like I like the urban legend type stories. Uh, of course, Stomp the Yard was one of my favorites, and not because I was in it, but I just like the whole college atmosphere. School Days, actually, School Days is a good one. I like a lot of musicals, so like the Temptations, the Five Heartbeats. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that is where I'm at with it.
I love that. So where did you grow up?
Born and raised in Philadelphia, West Philadelphia.
Hey.
Born and raised at the playground where I spent most of my days.
Chilling and maxing and relaxing, all cool and all shooting some b-ball outside the school.
A couple of guys, they was up to no good. Started making trouble in my neighborhood.
So what's the theater and like entertainment scene like in Philadelphia?
It's real good, but it's not a lot of things going on here. You know what I'm saying? Not big things. It's like we're under the radar, but Philly, we have so much talent down to, musicians, actors, actresses, everything like that. We are talented people here. It's just we just need that opportunity. Like somebody needs to come and discover us. You know what I'm saying? It's like we off the grid. We're not big like New York, Atlanta, or LA, but we have like a strong, community atmosphere with it. And it's small. It's a small atmosphere, a small community, but we work.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, that almost reminds me of like, I don't know, that's how a lot of like cities, like smaller cities that now are hubs for the entertainment industry. I mean, most people think of New York City or Los Angeles for entertainment industry, but now all the money's in Atlanta.
Exactly. That's why I'm moving. I'm trying to move there ASAP, like in a couple months.
Oh, to Atlanta?
I'm trying to, yes.
Good for you.
Before the year is out. Because that's where it's at. It's so many opportunities out there right now, so many different productions, and everybody is filming there right now. That's where the work is.
What's your favorite role that you've ever played?
Gangster role. Shoot 'em up, bang bang.
Well, that's opposite of like. So I did a little research, and graduated with your BA in criminal justice.
Oh, check you out, FBI agent. Look at you.
I mean, that's my part-time job. Don't tell anyone.
Got you. Yeah, that was my goal. Back in school, back then, I was, I wanted to be a forensic specialist. That's what I went to school for. I wanted to do that, and that quickly changed once the science part came in, where you had to do all this different, biology and everything. I'm like, whoa, wait, I didn't ask for this. Different math. I said, you know what? I'm gonna just switch this over a little bit to some psychology type stuff, and that was that. But yeah, I wanted to be a forensic specialist. I started doing law enforcement. I became a law enforcement agent, not a police officer, a law enforcement, agent where for our transportational system down here, where we collected the money and transported the money back and forth, SWAT uniform, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Hopping off trains. It was actually the money train what I worked on. So you know what I'm saying? I did some private police work, but other than that, that was that. And it's just, it wasn't it. Once this calling came into me, once this acting came into me, it's been about just that, because I love it.
Yeah. So what's it been like for you? You had that little glimpse of actual life as the law enforcement person, and then now you're, playing it on screen, which I know you played a cop in Glass, correct? You were an officer in Glass.
Yeah.
So you were involved in law enforcement in real life, and then you're doing it on screen. Like, right. That's got to be pretty, like.
Yeah, actually, the background actually helped me get that. So, when they asked anybody, because certain things they were doing, they weren't doing it correctly. You know what I'm saying? So I spoke up about something, and he's like, "Oh, you're right. How you know that? What do you do?" So I let them know. They're like, "You know what? Come on, we're gonna upgrade you on this, and now you're right here. Now you're with him. You're escorting him into this. You know what I'm saying? So that gave me the dialogue with him."
Mm-hmm.
Shouts out to Bruce Willis. He actually gave me my dialogue in Glass.
That's amazing.
Right. So we were doing something, and it just didn't seem right, because at the time, I had dialogue out the parts of the movie, but for this in particular scene, it was basically, I was supposed to be walking him in while I had him handcuffed, take him to his cell, take the cuffs off, and then give him another dialogue where I tell him, like, don't act up. You know what I'm saying? Like, You don't want we here. You don't want this trouble. But coming through the door, it just didn't seem right being what his character was. You know what I'm saying? He was like, look, if I'm arrested and I'm coming into this institution, I wouldn't be real calm. So he was like, when you say action and he kicked the door open, I'm gonna give you a tussle and we're gonna have some words, exchange some words. I was like, all right, say no more. He shot it to the director.
Okay.
Everybody was like, okay, sounds good to me. Let's go. And I was like, okay, let's get it.
That is so cool. What was that feeling like leaving set that day?
Oh, it was amazing, man. It was amazing. Well, I mean, to be real, is a great feeling. But in my mind, we're all just co-workers, so I don't get like starstruck.
Yeah.
I don't get starstruck. It's just like, all right, let's get this work in. Hey, it's definitely a pleasure working with you, but we in the same career. You're on another tier, but we're in the same career. So it's basically like, you got the boss, the supervisors, and just the regular employees. I'm just a regular employee right now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're the manager.
Yeah, no, I don't even mean for the fact that it was like the connection with Bruce Willis, but I just mean that fire that must have just given your soul as an actor.
It was surreal. It was like, I'm really here. I'm really doing this. He's really right next to me where I can reach and touch him. And you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm moving up. It's a progress. So it was a bittersweet moment where it was like, I'm really doing this. I never imagined even thinking about becoming an actor, and look what happens. You know what I'm saying? God does things in different ways. You know what I'm saying? So
amen.
I'm just rolling with his punches.
Yeah, literally. So let's talk about Creed.
Yeah, we want to know about Creed. Let's go.
Well, so you were in Creed 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But you played different roles.
Yeah. So in Creed 1, it was a feature role where I was a boxer in his camp. So it really wasn't, that much dialogue or anything like that. I probably did about two scenes, two scenes, short scenes, and that was it. So that's how I was able to progress on and get another role in Creed 2. You know what I'm saying? So that was just good. I mean, it had a little fight scene. That was basically it.
Yeah, I mean that's so just fun. So like it's almost like once you've met these people, then
Mhm.
all the other doors can open up and for the right people. And it's exciting to see that like some of those doors are opening up for you. So what else
Right.
what else do you have going on?
I have since then I have a lot. Like I still do independent films and everything like that. So I get hit up from a lot of folks via Instagram. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I do is I put a lot of hashtags. So I'll put Philly actor, Atlanta actor, New York, LA actor, things like that. Because what folks are doing now, especially during quarantine, if you're shooting a film in Atlanta and you're trying to look for folks, so you'll type in a hashtag Atlanta actors just to see who pops up and start looking at their work. So so
Mhm.
that's where I got that from, and it's been successful thus far. You know what I'm saying? So I roll with those.
Yeah. So what projects? What
Uh, Recently I just completed is actually a short film for excuse me, for this young lady who just published her book. True story. The book is called My Mother's Secrets. You know what I'm saying? Just things dealing with what she dealt with in the past. And she wrote the book and she wanted to have some type of visual prior to releasing the book. So we did that and it's crazy successful right now. Her name is Janita Nichols. Check her out, check her book out, listen to her story. Is real good. You know what I'm saying? Right now I just filmed another film, which is Elementary, about a little girl, to get kids kidnapped and her parents takes over the school. So there's a lot of different things.
sounds very intense.
Yeah, but what I am working on now, which is my own, is called Going Home. It's a project about my dad. My dad was a Vietnam vet, and back then is when they were spraying the chemical Agent Orange everywhere.
Hmm.
So with him, he had contracted Parkinson's disease from being over there, and he lived with it to his last day. And he had that before I was even born. So he actually, what the doctor said, he lasted a lot longer than what they expected or thought. Dealing, being with that, that disease, and what dementia came in probably a month before he passed. So dealing with both of those diseases, it kind of took him out. So the
Wow.
story is basically about him, what I'm saying, going home, what I'm saying, when he first finds out what's going on with him, why he has to leave, when he can't go back out on another tour, things like that. So I start from there until his passing.
That's incredible. I mean, it leaves me like speechless because I mean, number one, like there's just so much more to your story and your dad's story.
Yeah,
And it's really beautiful. It's a really, really beautiful thing that you're able to work on something that is just, it's going to be not only beneficial for you and your family to see
right.
this, but so there are so many other people out there that, their families have gone
Want
through and are going through.
to reach out and let them know, hey, listen, you're not alone. Like it's a lot of folks, and not even just with the element as far as the disease. It's more so you got veterans out here all over dealing with PTSD, all this different things from being over there fighting for our country, and they come home and they're really messed up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just want to give out some type of listening air and let them know they're not alone, but also tell them while telling my story.
Wow. So you're writing this right now.
It's been written. It's been written. It's a short film. It's been done for 2 years, but the issue now is I need funding. I need help. So I can't film it. Me leaving my law enforcement job back then, I came into the acting world like broke. You know what I'm saying? I sacrificed a lot as far as where I left the job, so now I don't have any money coming in. I'm not getting the real bigger roles where it's enough where I can survive off of. No, I'm getting stuff to, survive for a month here and there. So, but once that month is up, it's like, okay, what I'm gonna do now? What kind of hustle can I bring up real quick? You know what I'm saying? I gotta go hard with finding these different jobs and doing it all while I have no manager, no agent. So I'm out there physically looking for different casting calls myself. I don't have anybody helping me. So also anybody out there, I am looking for an agent and a manager also. So if you have room on your client's board, please reach out to me. Let me know.
Yeah, I mean, you've got an amazing reel and you're talented enough to think of an idea in your head and bring it to life. It just needs to be brought to fruition from there, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And I can't wait to see it happen for you. That's so exciting.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
My dad has a Purple Heart, all types of different medals, everything like that. He saved one of his fellow soldiers, like they got shot. He put him on his back and took him to safety. You know what I'm saying? That's how he got the Purple Heart. And he got shot himself in the process. So the story is amazing, but the short is only a short version of what I'm doing because, like I said, this is my first time writing. I'm not a writer. My first time writing, so my first time directing. I'm doing everything. I'm directing, I'm starring, and I created it. You know what I'm saying? So now I just need to put the pieces together. But production companies are expensive, even the newcomers. So it's like I just need some funding, some help. Any donations is appreciated. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
No, I mean, that's just a beautiful story, and it's going to touch so like beyond what is even like that we're thinking about right now. That's just
right.
It's really, really special that, and first
mark my words. Today, I am telling you, I am going to get an Oscar short film nomination for this project. I promise you. I promise you.
You heard it here first, maybe, unless you've told other people.
No, I probably did. You heard it first here.
Yeah.
Listen, I wrote the story is written metaphorically, so certain things I say, once you get it, it's gonna be like, wow. Like my goal is to have everyone in tears in that audience. When they looking, I need boxes of tissues being flown back because that's how I wrote it. And
you should reach out to Kleenex.
You're right. Yep, you're absolutely right. Sponsored by Kleenex.
Yeah, right? I can see it now.
Right.
But seriously, I am just so stoked for you and like everything you have headed your way, and you're just so easy to talk to, and I can't wait for people to see all your talent on screen and behind the screen with all of your writing. And thank you so much for being here today.
No problem. Thank you.
What does the W stand for?
Don't you do it. Don't you
no,
do it.
What does the W stand for?
Oh man, Wesley.
See, this is your fault though, because you made a big deal about me accidentally saying William. So
you're right. I'll take that.
All right. No, seriously. Charles W. Harris III. Check him out. And how can people find you to reach out to you?
Okay, so on Instagram, it's actor_Charles Harris. Twitter, it is C_Harris_actor. And also the GoFundMe for my film Going Home is GoFundMe.com/Going Home Film. Please support anything. I don't care whether it's $1, like everything happens. So if it's 5,000 of you guys and you all put up $1, we made it work. So, just help.
Absolutely. Me. And I mean, supporting the arts is so important right now. And the arts and entertainment are what's keeping us all sane during this crazy time that we're all living in. So thank you for your artistry. check out his work, check out his GoFundMe, support the arts, support Charles, and just thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
Oh.
So much love in this heart of mine.